From serial dater to betrayed ex, my 2022 breakup, revenge, and karma. I haven't dated since 2022, 2021. Now, for most, I understand why 3 years doesn't sound like a long time. But for me, I used to be a serial dater right out of high school, 2019, up till this point. I wasn't single for more than a few weeks to a couple months in between relationships. Most of my relationships, longest lasted 1.5 years, shortest about 4 months. At that time, I had genuinely believed your value was only in whether or not you were in a relationship. I know now it's not remotely the case. It was March 2022, and I matched with a guy on Bumble, who I'll call Travis20. After a month of us talking, he dropped the L word and asked me out officially. Travis was genuinely a sweet farm boy from Florida who was in the Navy and seemed the sweetest guy all around. In May was my 21st, but after that he started opening up to me about his past relationships, which I was fine with as I was curious. Well, he kept talking about this one ex in particular. I'll call her Jolene. Apparently their relationship was on and off for 5 years, and he always said she was his first love. I didn't clock it as weird at the time, as Travis said he had blocked her BC their last fight was so bad he'd never go back. June was Travis's graduation from the department school he was in for the Navy. He seemed really nervous when I met his family, but it went great, though his mood changed to annoyance when his mom talked about their summer family trip they took every year and had invited me to come. I was so excited, mostly for the thought of bonding with his family more, and I accepted. He had seemed a little off later on, but when I had asked him why, he just said, "Well, since my mom actually likes you, we should go get a ring." Now, to a much older me, I now understand that was incredibly weird and the fattest red flag, but then was ecstatic at the thought of being engaged. After the graduation, Travis got stationed to a base in Georgia and ended up having to move down there. His first deployment was about to happen right when he got down there, so I decided to surprise him with a submarine survival kit, as I love making things for people. Travis took me ring shopping. He genuinely seemed like he wanted my opinion for everything. As he wanted to buy the best ring for his special girl, I advised him what rings to and to not get. Shapes, colors, sizes, all the things. Because he was so quick with wanting to get the ring, I had thought he would propose to me on said family vacation. But when the week-long vacation ended with no engagement in sight, I wasn't worried. I knew he had bought the ring as I had seen a receipt from Kay's on the counter a couple weeks before. The submarine survival kit was sent off so that it would arrive a couple days before his deployment. A week after I had gotten home from the trip, Travis called me. He sounded super shaken and nervous, like he was hiding something. When I finally told him that he should just spit it out, he said he was breaking up with me. I was shocked, and when I asked why, he started attacking my insecurities as reasons why we were never going to work. Now my insecurities are pretty much the basic not feeling like you're good enough and body dysmorphia. Nothing truly serious enough to randomly break up over. I got annoyed and angry and felt like he was hiding something from me. I yelled and said that there was no way these would be reasons why there would be a breakup, especially without talking to me about them. So I straight up told him, "I will call you back in 1 hour. UWILL pick up on the first ring, and UWILL tell me the reason why you're trying to break up," and hung up. ID key, if he waited for that phone to ring BC halfway through that first ring, he immediately picked, then admitted, "I'm still in love with Jolene. I blocked her for the first month of our relationship, but she was my true love." Now moving closer back to home made me realize that, but I promise I love you too. I didn't say anything. I hung up the phone and cried for hours. Then next time I looked through my phone, it was like he was never there. He had completely blocked me from all socials and phone number. But wait up, that doesn't seem that interesting. I haven't gotten to the karma part. All of a sudden, I got a friend request, January 2023, from, you guessed it, Travis. Ignored the request for a couple days. It finally caved and added him back. Travis apologized and told me what happened after the breakup. It was eating him alive. Apparently after that, he had started dating Jolene again. The survival kit had shown up at his door. When Jolene saw it, had decided to take credit for it and sent him on his way. While Travis was on deployment, decided that Jolene needed some extracurricular activities to pass the time and started sleeping with Travis's best friend. The only thing is them getting back together was so new that no one apparently had known they were, except for me, who once again he had broken up with to be with her. Then not only stopping there, but having several rounds of threesomes with his best friend and his best friend's brother. Travis's deployment was 3 months, which the kind he was on, he was not allowed to have any sort of contact with the outside world in that time. Came home to surprise his GF, instead found 3 naked PPL in his home. I couldn't help but laugh, but by the end of the conversation, he said he wanted to make it up to me and promised to take me on a trip wherever I wanted to go. I held him to it. I decided to do a camping trip to the Smoky Mountains. I planned a whole week trip filled with hiking, cave exploration, aquariums, horseback riding, and the zoo. Travis was excited that I was giving him another opportunity to do better. I visited him in his new house once he had officially moved in, as he had originally had to rush to move in before that deployment. I genuinely thought that we were going to work out until he ghosted me. Never ended up going on the trip, but hadn't actually blocked me this time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, mermaids and centaurs. Honestly, whatever you identify as, THISMANHAD started dating someone ELSEWHILEWE. WERE trying TOGETBACK together. He had started dating someone behind my back. Then after ghosting me, made it official on social media with his new girlfriend. I was absolutely devastated. Should I have known better? Absolutely. Well, after a couple months after making it official, I see that they decided to go on a trip. Can you guess where he took her? THE Smoky Mountain TRIP verbatim WHAT I planned. Literally day-to-day schedule was exactly THESAME. Fast forward, they got engaged after 9 months. Can you guess which ring? Yeah, you already know. They JUST now officially got married as of January, which half of me is like WTF, but the other half is just happy he's sticking to one.